Good
Good
afternoon or
morning.
morning?
Still morning. Still
Still
morning,
morning?
please.
Good morning, world. This is Al Otero, and we're here with our weekly success stories.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. And my name is Maria Rene Davila. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Global Trade Chamber and also the founder of the Successful Women in Business. Today we have three beautiful ladies. We have a very interesting interview today because we're going to learn more about successful stories. And I want to start with our first guest, Jaya Sajnani. She's an entrepreneur and founder of YG Travel, which is located in London. Welcome. How are you?
Hello, I'm very well. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. It is my honor to be here and talking to you. Thank you.
And actually, it's the second time that we have Jaya on our show. Remember back, probably was a year ago, Jaya?
Yes, I think it's the third time.
Wow,
First one was
you.
I think the last year when the award ceremony happened and I was awardee. Second time you took the interview when the award ceremony was happening second year, and this is the third time I'm here.
Awesome.
Wow.
Let's also welcome our next guest, which is Dawn Earhart Witte. She is the founder of the Desire to Inspire Foundation and the Be Line Products. She's also an author, speaker, and I believe she's in California. How are you? You are in mute. You need to unmute. Dawn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Sorry
there
about
you
that. Everybody's having technical problems.
Yeah. Good morning. Great.
Yeah, good morning. I am in Los Angeles, yes, and thank you so much for
Wow.
having me. It's wonderful to be part of this group.
What time is it there?
3 hours.
It's 8:30.
So you just woke up.
Just now. This is what I popped out of bed like.
Great to have you.
Thank you.
So when we have introduction, so the
Yeah, Al is trying to catch up because he was trying to
was-
understand what is going on with the technology.
too much technology for me. I love the face-to-face and the handshake and the hugs, and I'm totally lost right now.
Soon.
Soon?
We're gonna go back to
I
that.
can't go today.
Not today.
Not
Well, it depends because in Florida, looks like things are going to the normal, and more people and organizations are organizing again in-person events. As a matter of fact, we already attended one event in person. It was 2
And
weeks ago.
you were in shock to be around people after a year. Being in a cave for a year, you didn't know what to do.
Because nobody was wearing a mask, so I was kind of uncomfortable.
Well, the thing is that we have a great year ahead because everything's normalizing, at least here in the US. So in some countries, I know there's still some challenges, but we are moving forward and we have to move fast because there's so much to be done and we can't wait anymore. People are just going crazy, staying home and staying in their businesses. So it's a time to start again.
Start again with a good motivation quote every day,
Yes.
and also good and nice stories that we can hear every day from successful people like Jaya and Dawn. So we're going to start with some questions. I'm going to start this with Jaya. Tell us more about your business.
Hi, Maria. Yes, so as you said, I am founder and director of my business, which is YG Travel. We are based in London. We are a transport provider. It is a one-stop solution for transport facility for any occasions, a group of people or individual. So what we do, we create a beautiful memories because when people go out, they visit the places, but the best thing is how they create that journey, the experience of their coach, the experience of the guide, the experience of the person who take them from one place to another place is very beautiful, and that is what I'm proud of. We also provide an educational tours for the national and international students, home to school bus services, airport pickups, transfer, anything which you say that person needs transport needs, we provide the solution.
Also airlines across the world.
And we have vehicles, which is a 4-seater till 74-seater executive. We have our own vehicles, we have own drivers, and we provide the full itinerary for the whole transport solutions.
When we do the event in London next year, Jaya is gonna
Pick us up.
she's gonna manage all the
She's
logistics.
going to pick
for
us
us.
up and take us on a tour of London. I'm ready.
Yes, I can't wait to meet you guys. I mean, we've been talking since 2 years, but
Yes.
physically, as you know, I'll mention that handshake and the meeting and giving a hug. That's
And
what I'm
every time I
missing.
see Jaya, she looks younger and younger
know.
every time.
It's
Tell us
because-
the secret.
The secret is just a peace and take a day as it comes. That's it.
We have
like
our third guest. Selyna is back. Welcome, Selyna. How are you? Again.
Hello, Maria. Good morning. Good morning, all. It's great here. I was disconnected for a while. I did not notice it. So I'm great. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, Selyna Breeze is a business and personality development coach, and actually she's in Belgium.
Belgium, that's incredible. I've never been anywhere near Belgium.
What time is there?
5.
It's 5:41 in the afternoon.
How far are you from England?
Oh, just 30 minutes.
So you're going to
Eurostar?
join us in England when we do the event for women in England.
Oh wow. That's for sure. Of course. I'm looking forward to it. I'm already
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, we are too. Can't wait. And we have
Yes.
transportation already all over Europe. So they'll pick you up at your house, give you champagne.
Wow. You can come here too. Have an extra day, few days, and then I can tour you around, guys.
Oh,
Selyna, tell us
I'm
more
not coming
about your
back.
business.
I a business and personality development coach, especially for startups. And I started just helping friends in the beginning, but then it became a passion and I could not stop. And I found my biggest why. And I think I'm going to do it for the rest of my life.
Passion to the stage, Dawn, because she is the founder of a foundation. And when I read about the foundation, it was very interesting what she does. Tell us more about your foundation, Dawn.
Thank you. The Desire to Inspire Foundation, I started it about 4.5 years ago. And one of the reasons I started it is because when we turn on the news, we see negative story after negative story. And I wanted to share some inspiring stories from people doing amazing things, because there are so many people doing amazing things for others and helping to uplift everyone. So I wanted to share those stories. And then when I went to Africa for the first time, I met these people who were, struggling for food, struggling for clean water, yet they would take in so many children. And, I wanted to help them do that and share their inspiring stories, because they inspire me. And since I've gone and seen, the lack, yet still the joy and the generosity, I don't complain in my life anymore, no matter what happens, because I'm just like, look how blessed I am. It's made me very grateful. And those stories are important to share.
Have you been doing this?
For 4.5 years.
Excellent. Wow. We need that because we get up every morning, everywhere you turn, social media, the TV, radio, it's all negative. I'm so sick of it. I don't even want to listen to any of the media. I come and talk to Maria and she cheers me up because the media just kills you. It's horrible. So you have no idea the value of what you do right now. It's huge.
Well, I was just going to say, you too, you're connecting people around the world, and we're doing things, we're creating, we're building, and that's what the world needs more of. So thank you for what you do.
I love it. So
Well, let's bring all our guests
all
on the screen so we can start
a
some
party.
questions.
a virtual party.
Well, it's a weekend, right?
Yes. A happy Friday, happy hour. So we were yesterday, or the 5th, we were celebrating Cinco de Mayo, which is the Mexican Independence Day. Neither one's of Mexican, but we will take advantage of any celebration we can come up with.
Well, we are trying to unwind after work, and you
Yes.
need to enjoy life regardless the circumstances, I think.
Exactly.
But talking about the daily activities and routine, I'm going to ask Jaya, what is your daily routine?
Yes. So, as being a founder and director of the business, my day involves a majority of time maintaining and taking a business to the next level. It is a great responsibility, when you have your own business, because you are not only thinking about yourself, your monthly wages or salary, but you are now thinking about your customers, your staff, your employees, and very importantly is the society. So when I take any business decision, I consider them all first. That's okay. If my decision go wrong, it is going to impact so many people because I'm doing business. I'm not just working for someone. So my day start with obviously after doing my all hygiene stuff, I take few minutes, 30 minutes for meditation, for gratitude, pray, and then I go to the office, start by checking all my vehicles personally. I meet my drivers personally to ensure they are happy, and even our vehicles are up to the not just meeting the minimum standards, but they are exceeding the expectation of the customers. When they come, they see, they sit, they feel that this is an executive vehicle, and they feel that this is what customer service they expected from us. So yeah, this is my day starts with, and go on and on and on my work.
That's right. So you don't stop basically. When do you end your day?
um I am mother of one. She's 13 years old. So if you talk about myself, my day finishes around 11:30, 12 midnight.
I know, with
It's a
children.
full-time job.
And as you guys all are aware of, when you have your own business, that means on your back of your mind, constantly you're thinking about the business is your part of your life. It is not just the to-do list, it's you, yourself. So yeah, it's never ending task.
Selena, what
But
time
I
you wake
enjoy.
up?
I usually wake up 5:30, between 5:30 and 6 o'clock, and I also do my daily routine, which is I call it the 4 M's: um, movement, basic exercise, so have to recondition my whole system, and then um, motivation. I have to no meditation. Second is meditation. So I express gratitude, prayer. That takes me at least 10 minutes, and then I take my breakfast. So that is the third M, which is a good meal, which is very important for me. And the last M is motivation. So I set up my goal. I Usually I do that in the evening, but in the morning, after my breakfast, I review my goal on that day. So that is, I practice having a daily goal um, to have a productive day. So, and that I've been doing that um, for a few years, and it is very effective because my biggest weakness, so if I call it, is organization. I had a very bad organization. So while practicing that daily 4 M's, I was able to discipline myself and really aligned with my daily goal. And that is very, very effective.
So that's I already have the 4 M's. I'm gonna tattoo them on my arm so I don't forget the 4 M's. That's it. The first time I heard the 4 M's, I love it. We usually have 5 M's. I have money, then everything else.
Yeah, there are many M's actually, but it's yeah,
Monetary compensation. Boss.
that
To my
too.
boss. Tell my boss, please.
Well, I'm trying to wake up early in the morning, but it's so difficult because at night I'm so exhausted and it's hard for me to go to sleep early. So I guess if I start going, to bed earlier, I'm gonna be able to wake up early. But it's kind of difficult if you go to bed late and then you're trying to wake up
Yeah.
early.
Then your kids wake you up in the middle of the
Oh,
night,
well, that's another story.
which is another full-time story, which we don't have time right now. So I'm going to ask
Yeah.
Dawn a question. Miss Dawn, especially in California, that you have 12 months of beautiful weather, what do you do to relax, to unwind from the stress and the business?
You know what? I gave up stress a long time ago. um, what I find what I love doing in my downtime is snuggling with my dogs. They are, unconditional love, and they recharge me and they also relax me, and so that is one of the greatest things that like brings me calm and peace and happiness. So yes, we do have very wonderful weather here all the time. So I'm blessed with that. And yeah, so dogs.
So the dogs are very therapeutical.
You tell me about it. You have a small
I have
dog.
a little dog that doesn't let me sleep. Definitely think
Little
therapy.
dogs they can add to the stress. My dogs are all big, massive dogs.
No, this is my wife's dog. I don't want to talk about my wife's dog. It's a beautiful dog.
Your wife owns a dog.
Well, yes. We have alligators in our lake. So whenever I get mad at the dog, I put her on to play in the backyard. Just kidding. I love the dog. So I'm going to ask next, who do you want to ask about how they end stress?
Well, I think they told us about the routine and well, something that Don said is so important. Why you have to keep dealing with stress. You need to give up with the stress and
Give
just
up with the
to
stress.
relax. And that's actually I told this my sister yesterday because there has to be a way that you have to stop stressing about things and start enjoying. And that is a process, right, Don? It's a process. It's not like, okay, today I'm going to stop stressing. It's just a process.
Yes.
It absolutely is, but we have control over that because the stress is in our minds. And when we realize that stressing is not going to change the situation, it's just going to steal our peace. So, just accept that things are going to work out the way they're supposed to. Take your action steps, do what you can, but stress isn't productive. So I just literally said, I'm not going to do it anymore.
That is so true. I'm going to ask this question to Selyna. Give us a reason why people should, start a routine every day.
Personally, I believe that it is really very important because our mind it works in autopilot most of the time, and if we practice daily routine, so our mind is conditioned, and if you have that good attitude, good daily routine, so it's automatically you are aligned, you are starting your day in a positive way, and also um, you know if especially we include meditation and prayer, it calms our mind, and especially in this time of pandemic, people are really in emotional roller coasters. And I think this is the best, that we really have to discipline ourselves to start the day in a very good way, calm, and really to focus on what can we do on every day, especially we will be presented with different situations, unexpected. So if your mind is ready, um, you can handle anything actually. Because like Dawn said, she gave up stress. So I also gave up that stress a long time ago, because there is no sense in stressing ourselves for something that we cannot control, because I have learned that complaining or stressing something that already happened is the best way of wasting our most valuable time. So why do that if we are aware of that?
I think the routine right now through the pandemic is so important because people were so used to a routine of getting up, going to the office, doing all the tasks at the office, And then when they had to work from home, a lot of them had no routine. So they were completely lost and they were not as productive as they could have been. So the routine will
Yes.
help you overcome major catastrophes like the pandemic, but also gives you peace because you pretty much know what your day is going to look like and you can overcome anything. That's very important.
And since you mentioned about the pandemic, as an entrepreneur, Jaya, I'm sure that you were affected with the pandemic and your company being, the logistics and
Transportation. Wow.
transportation very important.
Yes, it is, Maria. So we are the logistic and transport industry was the heaviest hit due to the pandemic. It was very difficult, especially last year when the pandemic started. Didn't know where to go, how long this will survive. Luckily, here in UK, we are blessed with a very good government system where they support the businesses, they help with the grants, they help with every stage of the decision making. The Conservative Party in UK is very good. I personally feel that they put businesses in the center of their decisions, especially when it comes to the transport. People don't want to find out or travel. It's even nowadays is open since 12th April. UK is open, but again, people are scared to travel, scared to use our services. And then this e-right is very important to ensure the customer know that our services are as safe as they can travel by their own car.
That's wonderful. So it's so important because people are still afraid to go out, and
Yeah.
it's affecting them emotionally, but also economically because a lot of these people went out, make appointments for sales, meet new clients. So movement is very important
Well,
right now.
remember that in several countries, the situation is very critical right now. As far as I can tell, in India, the situation is critical right
Yes.
now, right, Jaya?
Yes, it's very, very severe at the moment. My parents, they are in Gujarat and it's full lockdown at the moment. Many, many deaths. I personally had experience with one of my family member. They were ill, COVID positive, couldn't find the bed in the hospital. They literally go
Wow.
from one to second to third hospital, long queue.
Wow.
They were told that the waiting time is 74th. So who's going to, so that means you have to wait. The other patient will either get ill or die, then you get the bed, which was not nice situation to
Unbelievable.
be.
And on
Unbelievable.
that, you are very connected with Africa because your foundation. Are you aware of the situation in some countries there in Africa?
Yeah, I've been following and asking, they've had the lockdowns, the challenging situations they had before the pandemic and the lockdowns, it made those situations even more challenging. So it's definitely affected everybody all over the world.
So you in Philippines was affected
The
tremendously.
Philippines,
Yeah, it's one of
yes.
the top in new cases. So it's a tough time, but we need to stick together and get through this together and encourage each other. Right now, it's the best we can do is encourage and lift everybody up. I think it's a very important.
Selyna, what do you think is the role of women in business in today's society?
I believe that the role of women in general in the society is really very important. Um, yeah, especially in the present moment, because women excel at the soft skills needed in business leadership. I'm not saying that men are less in that area, but women, as we are better. We have better relationship building skills as if especially if women gather together, they're so powerful in um, really finding the solutions or the ideas in doing business, and they have the best supporting skills. And as I have also learned that women have higher emotional quotient. Well, of course, there are men also. I'm not disregarding men because there are great men, and women before are prohibited to deprived to take a higher position, especially in the corporate world. But these days, women are coming out and they are given equal rights to do anything they can do to develop their skills. And I've noticed that as I am a member of global organizations, and they're so powerful and successful and empowered men should not be threatened by the powerful women. We should work together in order to have the balance in the society, especially in business nowadays.
Based on what Selyna said, and
agree.
considering that we have a gentleman here with us,
I agree.
Yeah.
what do you think is their role in the men's society? In the today's society, what do you think their participation change or still the same, or what about the leadership?
I do believe that the leadership of women, it's men and women working together. It creates a really good balance. So I'm not, especially Alice here, of course. So I think women are really important to balance the society, the economy, and everything, especially when it comes to emotional decisions. Business is also important. Yeah, it includes emotional decisions, of course. And if men and women work together as we are doing right now, so I think we will be creating a much better world. That is what I've
Important.
noticed.
Yes, you're right, Celine. And remember
Our
that we
world is
had the
better
event.
because we're working together.
Remember we had
Yeah.
the event last week about the
Yes.
virtual era.
Yes.
So how you are handling because now it's everything through the computer, to different platforms, Zoom or etc. How you are managing your foundation, Don? And then the same question I'm gonna after Don, I'm gonna ask Jaya.
Well, we were spending months, planning what last year was going to look like, our trips. We were creating a volunteer trip, and then, the world shut down. And so, we had to kind of take a pause and say, oh boy, what do we do now? And, I think it shows us all that, external forces, we can only control ourselves. So we pivoted, we regrouped. I focused more on the writing and creating my online shopping site. And instead of being upset because I couldn't go, I just said, okay, what can I do? And then I will go when I can. So now we're redirecting that energy. We're hopefully going in October. And, I think that, again, the pandemic really showed us that life happens and we get to choose how we show up to rise to those challenges.
I think that what I've seen is this morning I read something that said life is about 90% how you react to things that happen to you and 10% what happens to you. So based on the pandemic, the people that are really excelling in everything are the people that reacted the right way to the pandemic. So 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react is what life is all about. And we need to focus more, not on what happens to us, because every day something could happen anywhere at any time. But how do we manage and react to those situations? So I may come in one morning and I ran out of coffee. So I could get really upset and say, where's my coffee? Or I can go get some coffee. Before I would say to my secretary, get me my coffee. That was 20 years ago. But I realized that I don't have people to go get my coffee. I need to get it myself. So we need to look at each other as equals. Men are decision makers from the head, and women are decision makers, I think, from the heart. And like you said, you have to have a balance because not all decisions made from the head are correct because there's people involved. So unless you have that heart that thinks of the needs and for the client and the employees, men don't always do the right thing when it comes to the people side of business. Men are more practical, women are more realistic and emotional. So that balance is what makes the perfect balance. Here's an example of Marie being perfect and me being
Are you telling me that I'm emotional?
never, never.
What do you
In
think,
general,
Jaya?
in general.
Yes, Maria. I definitely do not agree with Al saying that Maria, you are emotional. See, this is the stereotype thinking since years and years and decades. People are holding where they look at the woman and they think, oh, she must be practical. Oh, she must be this. She must be this. So before even person meet you, understand you, read you, they start creating image in their head, and that's what we all do, including myself. When I meet someone, first I observe their look and then go in their conversation and then the way of talking, and then we start the stereotype thinking about the person, how the past was and then how it will be future. So when it comes to the role of women in business today's society, I would say that in 21st century, a new hope of empowering women in a positive manner has came up, definitely. Earlier, women showed always under, the shadow of as under the father or under the husband, under the son, sometime will known as a woman, not their own identity. But nowadays, we meet women who has their own identity, and I would say that education is the important key to this success, because more and more women are going to the education, they're studying, and it is very important that from housewives to CEO, that transition period, the woman has made that journey. It's not a one woman, it's a decade after decade after decade. Someone has stood up and said, this is my right and I want to do it because I want to set an example for someone who is going to grow after me, and then we need to pave the path for them. Now, in regards to the virtual era, I believe you asked a question that businesses, why should they to be virtual era and how they become successful in pandemic. I completely agree with the Dawn, the way she said the pandemic has taught us one thing is coming together, helping each other. So for any business, I believe if they want to become successful, because now there is no physical contact. I mean, there are, but not much as previously. So the business needs to be visible, needs to be in constant touch with the customer. The business needs to show that they care about customer, they care about the staff, they care about employees, who are the people who bring the business to us, and most importantly, care about society. So for example, during this pandemic, when my coaches and vehicles were lying down, drivers, we had to pay even though there was no jobs. Then I started for doing community services, that helping families who were positive in COVID and they were not able to go out for shoppings, for do anything, buy stuff. So use those resources and help those people in the society. I think this is the best way where the business can be successful is kept on thinking about other people and society instead of putting themselves first, I believe.
Yeah, I think the adapting is a crucial thing. The fact that you were able to create ways to deliver things. I'm here. A lot of restaurants have survived because they're doing delivery. So that is extremely important, being able to adapt and finding new ways to not only stay in business but help people. And we saw that from the lady that owns the McDonald's, how they've adapted and kept all their employees at the 7 McDonald's through the pandemic.
Yep.
It's incredible. So I think that's extremely important. Uh, I'm going to ask a closing comment from first
Selyna?
Selyna, some closing comments so we can have something to think about when this is over. Selena.
Yes, Al. Um, Say that again, please.
Yes, some closing
We are,
comments.
we
We
are
can.
closing. We are closing now. Okay. So yeah, I am so grateful that to be here, and it's really an amazing opportunity to be in the team of Global Changer. It's so amazing here, and as personality development coach, I'm sure I can learn a lot from your amazing platform, and this is really fantastic for me. And talking about successful women in business, because this is what it's all about, success stories. I'm so privileged to meet the wonderful women, and of course, you all, the wonderful gentlemen. It's I have respect of men because I've been working with men for 10 years, being the only woman in the company,
Wow.
and I really have respect for men who has a very, very sharp insight, and of course, especially those men who are supporting women, because that is really very important to build a better world. And there are so many women in the coaching industry, mentoring people to discover their passion to have the life that they deserve, that they dream of. And that is all possible if we work together, if we have the best support system. So this is one of the best platform. So thank you so much, Al, and thank you, Maria. I could not thank you both enough. So I'm so privileged and looking forward to the physical activities, and hope to see
Yes.
you guys in the real actual stage. Thank you so much. And Jaya and Dawn, it's a pleasure to meet you. So amazing people, and hopefully we meet personally very soon.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you
We're
so
looking
much.
forward to that. No, we appreciate you. The reason you're all here is because we feel there are some very special people out there, and you were selected from, trust me, a lot of ladies that we talk to all the time, but you all have done something very significant in this pandemic. You're leaders, you're change makers. So I'm inspired by all of you, and we're very honored and privileged to have you. I'm going to ask Don to have a few closing comments because you have a great story, Don.
Hmm. Well, first of all, I would like to thank you for this honor. It's wonderful to be connected to people around the world, men and women, doing great things. One of my last final thoughts is like, this is important when we connect with each other. We support each other. We uplift each other. It helps us to dream big and to believe in our dreams and believe in ourselves. And when we believe in ourselves, there is nothing we cannot achieve, especially when we join hands and we do it together.
Well, great words.
Yeah,
Great
nice. Very
words.
nice.
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Aya.
Jaya, give us a reason why people should get the Amazon book.
Yes, I was anyway about to tell you this. Basically, I really, first of all, I want to thank you and both of you. It's amazing platform what you have created. I remember my days when it's not going so well and I'm upset. And how do I motivate myself? How do I inspire myself? Then I go back and think that what did I do? Then come back to push me back to this world and do something again good. And that reminds me that reading other people's story, knowing how they in their life, how they put down and then come up again, because we all are human, we will face challenges now and then. Challenges will be there, but the important is how we come out. So this is what is very important is Amazon book, because you are covering 100 successful business women in this book, which is very important because you never know when your day is down and you want something to just align, to inspire, a line to tell you that, you know what, you are not alone. There was someone who faced those issues, those problems in their life, and they came up. Why you can't? You can do as well. And that's why this Amazon book, which you are publishing, very important. And your viewers, I'm telling everyone, please join this platform and try to get this Amazon book. Have this. It is a good addition for your home. And I even tell my daughter to read those stories, because one day she will become adult, and she will face these challenges. That the time she will remember that I read somewhere somebody faced this problem and then came up.
Yeah, that's a inspiration and motivation are keys to
Very much.
keep us going. Yeah, very, very
Yeah,
good.
what Jaya said about the book is absolutely correct.
Yes.
You're gonna find successful stories there, but behind a successful story is a challenge that women went through,
Mhm.
and it's gonna inspire you, and also it's gonna give you ideas on how to overcome fears, overcome challenges, and always reach your goal. Like you said, Jaya, it's very important. Motivate our children.
Yes, absolutely.
The reading routine, I will say again, the habit to read again.
Get them off the
Not exactly.
cell phones.
Don't spend too much time on the computers and the
Yes.
cell phone, and that's very important. However, the Amazon book is all gonna be both digital
Digital, and it's
and
going to be
the
physical.
physical, the printed version. So you can get both of them. We're gonna keep posting you more information regarding the book.
The book.
However, you can visit our website, www.globaltradechamber.com, and then look for the Amazon book, and you will get more information there.
Or www.100swb.com.
That's correct.
Correct. I'm learning. So behind every great woman, there's a guy. I got it.
It used to be the opposite,
I
right?
got it.
So we are in power now.
Yeah, I'm overwhelmed by 100 successful women. There's one guy. They're going to change the name of the book: 100 successful women and one guy. But we have to enjoy life. We have to laugh. We have to smile, because that's contagious. When you walk down the street or you're talking to somebody on Zoom and they're grumpy, I guarantee you, if you smile, it's contagious. And I try to make one person smile every day.
And you do.
And-
You do a good job.
So I try to keep my ears smile. So we have fun, but the whole purpose of life is to impact somebody's life in a positive way.
Thank you so much, ladies. Have a nice weekend. Have a wonderful Mother's Day if you celebrate this
What about
Sunday.
me?
I believe in Belgium, they are going to celebrate for sure Sunday.
Twice.
US, California are going to do Mother's
Twice
Day.
in Belgium. Two
Yes,
mothers.
she
What
said
about me?
twice.
What about the guys?
Well,
Oh,
in
no.
Bolivia, you can go to Bolivia and celebrate. The
They
same
have
month.
They have
Twice.
two. Oh, they celebrate everything in Bolivia.
And in London, it's also Mother's Day, right? Okay.
Yes, we do. I mean, London is more of multicultural now, so we celebrate all the festival. And as in starting, he mentioned it, that don't leave anything which needs to be celebration. Let's celebrate every day of
Okay.
our
So
life.
we definitely need to go to London this year.
Every
That's
year
it.
we have to go to London.
Remember, your chauffeur is ready, your limousine is ready. Come
Oh.
down, we'll have a good ride.
Wow, too many places to go.
I'm
London,
already invited.
California. We need to go to
But we
Belgium.
can't drive to
Okay.
California.
Yes. Start organizing our trips next year.
We have to drive to Belgium. That would be a dream. Wow. I'm excited. So you ladies are fantastic. Simply fantastic.
You're all welcome here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Thank
Happy
you.
day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you and have a nice weekend. Bye. See you next
Bye-bye.
time.
Bye. Thank you.